How to deal with toxic family members when you have responsibility and you can't walk away. How open are you with them? Can you have a open conversation about specific things that are troubling you with them? Do you think they can stand still for half an hour or an hour of a difficult conversation with them? Do you feel that their toxic traits, would they, how would they accept that talk if you talked with them? Would they become defensive? They are manipulative? So do you live with them? And do you have a choice of not living with them? Can you limit your time with them? Maybe some more specific info. So anytime I feel somebody's toxic, because that toxicity can, like, toxic is too broad, but I can tell you just anytime I feel that something is off and somebody is not in a good vibe, I would say, or maybe not a good vibe, but not in harmony with themselves, or they are forcing things, generally I let that unfold for some time, because I don't want to jump right away on it. But if it manifests over and over and over and over again, then I again see two ways. I look at if I can change something, or I can redirect my focus. But if they're family members and you can't change anything, you can't get away, so you can't redirect their focus, can you? Because toxic family members, you say manipulative and toxic family members. So if they're manipulative, meaning that must mean that they are making you do things. They are pushing you around. They are using something to influence your life in a way that you don't want. So I would say half of the answer is you letting them. When you feel you're being manipulated, you can just say no. That can be half of the thing. And that's gonna come with a lot of, I don't know what, depends on them. And also, I don't know, I'm saying I don't know how good a communication you guys have, and if you can withstand a big confrontation. Because sometimes 1 or 2 hours of an intense emotional conversation, lol. Maybe that's something you need to go through in order to, like, is a big conversation about the toxicity and manipulation, is that can you live through that in order for all of the life afterwards to be better? Or is it better to always put off the turbulent, direct conversation and then live with the manipulation every single day? So can you give me some feedback on all the things I said, and maybe we can finalize the thing? Which of these things? Because, like, I need to protect myself. I think just by being aware when something like this is happening, it's very you already have a good foundation. Yeah. So all these words, manipulative, narcissistic, and toxic, they are very broad. They can mean a lot of things. They're very general. I can't tell you any. So I can't tell you any specific thing that you can do with with such a general description of your situation. I can't tell you, like you said yourself, you can be aware of when somebody is treating you that way, and then you go silent or you remove yourself. You need to set up boundaries. You need to teach them what is okay, what's not okay. And you can do that either by direct conversation, which I think is the best, because if you verbally state to them, this, and this feels wrong. I would like for you to stop treating me this way, this way, this way, and this way. And you told them 4 main things. And you told them that once, and you asked them nicely, can you please, if you respect me, please don't do this, and this to me. And then you know that you tried. You know that you tried to. Yes, Laura. Who are they in your life? Parent, sibling, spouse. What are the if you can get as specific as you can get, the more I can help you, and people in the chat can also help you with similar experiences. Don't worry, like I don't know who you are or anything, so and I am here to help, so the more specific you can get, the more specific I can get. A sibling and their family. So like a brother, sister, and their family. I had some clients. I had a girl, a lady, that had a similar experience with her sister, where she would go to their place and the place was very perfect on the outside, but she never felt home there. Always felt that she had to prove herself. And it's basically just because somebody is your blood doesn't mean you don't, like, you are their blood and they may treat you in an unfair way. So just because they are your blood doesn't mean that you don't have the right to distance yourself from them. You always have the right to say to them, like I said, like, just try, weigh out the pros and cons of what it will mean if you verbalized and said to them openly these things. So 2 things will happen. One thing that will definitely happen is they will get triggered. They will be defensive. You will show them to themselves. You will reveal to them something that they are doing, and maybe they won't accept it. And they will most probably get triggered, and it's gonna be a fiery conversation, and maybe, I don't know the temperament of the family. Maybe it's gonna be very uncomfortable, and they will be aggressive towards you, like you are judging them or whatever. And then the second thing that's gonna happen is also 2 things that are gonna happen. It's either they're gonna be mad at you and push you away, and you will be the problem. In that case, you know that you tried. Or they will realize what they've done and they will be better to you. In both cases, you will be better. You will know I tried. So don't come to them and say, you're so narcissistic. How can you do this, this, and this? Blah, blah, blah. Don't be emotional. Don't be emotional. Just sit with them and say, be very, 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 very gentle and very leveled, no matter how their emotions get. And then you can somehow get to some point with them. And go like this. Start like this. If it's your brother, if it's your sister. Matthew. Hey Matthew. I would like for us to go into the woods one day. I would like some one-on-one time with you. We haven't spoken heart to heart for a very long time. I have some things I feel like we haven't connected as brother and sister, as brother to brother, as brother to sister, as brother to mother, father, whoever it is. I would like, I miss you. I miss alone time with you. I would like to invite you to some one-on-one time with me. I have some things we haven't spoken about our lives, our relationship. I have some things I would like to speak with you. And then wait for that person to say okay. And then when you're outside, again, invite. Introduce the thing slowly. Introduce it in a way that, hey, I have something that's been troubling me. I would like to speak openly about something that's been troubling me. I would like for us to look at this thing that's been troubling me objectively, slowly. I'm just gonna slowly say that there has been something that has been painful for a long time. I'm carrying it for a long time, and I would like to say it not to judge you or judge the entire situation. I just feel that, and then you say it. You feel sometimes, and be very specific. Don't say to them, I feel you're a narcissist. You're so manipulative. No. Give people specific things that they are doing that's bothering you. The specific you get, the more examples you can give them in a loving way, the more the people will be able to change. If you come to them and say you're toxic, you're manipulative, you're narcissistic, and the people will just get offended and you won't get anywhere. You need to be very specific and very calm, gentle, and loving when you say that to people. And then maybe you can change it. And then after that conversation, if the person will either see that that's something that's troubling you and they will try to change. If they see that that's something they can't change, or that you are just judging them, then you know you tried everything, and then just distance. Then just, if they're not willing to at least try to change for your sake, that means that they don't value you as much, and then just go hang out with other people, with someone else. The more specific, you need to be specific with people if they do something to you that you don't like. If you just say you're so toxic, people don't know what you mean. You're narcissistic. You tell to your brother, you're so narcissistic. Stop being so narcissistic. Stop being so manipulative. The tone, the approach is wrong, and you need to invite them. You need to be loving, because you don't want them to be manipulative. Because why? Because you want them to be loving. So you need to be loving to them. And in a loving approach, be very specific, very calm. So very loving, calm, patient, and very specific about things that bug you, that they do to you. And that's the thing. You can try that. Or if you want to avoid confrontation. You can just buy your silence, buy your energy. I have tried everything. It's a matter of surviving this. Have you tried this thing I told you about right now? Being gentle and being very specific about things. What did they say? How did they react to that? Rosie says, what if somebody says gray rock? Yeah, in a sense. Maybe not the rock. I would say not gray rock. I would say smooth water. Flexible. But yeah, I know what you mean, Ruby. I know what you mean. What if it's your mom that's toxic and your boss a narcissist and they're not open to discussing boundaries? If your boss is a narcissist and they're not open to discussing boundaries, then you gotta weigh your narcissistic boss. What's on the other side of the scale? Why are you on the job? What's on the other side of that? Okay, I have a narcissist boss, but what do you have? What do you get out of it? And the thing that you are getting, is it enough for you to put up with the boss? If it's not, if the narcissistic boss is heavier than the thing you're getting from the job, then you gotta do something about it. If there's no other way to if you can't change the boss, either change the outlook of what's the job getting me? Is it worth putting up with the boss for the thing you're getting? If it's not, then change it. If it is, you gotta focus more on this thing. And with your mom, if you have to live with her, if they're not open to discussing boundaries, then again, are you living with your mom? Are you living with your mom? Or are you, like, what is the other side of that? Is your mom always toxic, or do you sometimes have good times with her? Change your perspective, maybe. Either change the perspective or change the circumstance. You could have at least tried to find things to love them, tried to put the hand on their shoulder and try to lead them a certain path. And then you at least, if in spite of that they still don't change, at least you know, I gave them love, I gave them everything I could, I tried to send them on a better path and it didn't help, and then you limit your time with them. But straight up not trying, I'd say that I think you owe yourself to at least try. Maybe you're stronger than you think. Maybe they actually want love, but they don't know how to show it. It's like the people that do these things the most, that they're actually the people that need love the most, but they are so in their shell, in their containment, in the armoring, in pain, that they project the pain on others. They don't know how to come back to the inner child, and sometimes they actually need somebody like a narcissist. I'd say a narcissist, and these are all just words, like narcissistic, manipulative, toxic. It's all people very disconnected from their own vulnerability, their own inner child. They're afraid, actually, very insecure. They lack community, they lack love, they lack something in their life. They don't love themselves. If you put them in a community of people that, like, if you put one person like that in a very loving community, I think they would change. They would get overwhelmed by love. But one-on-one or 5 manipulative people on one loving person, those are not good odds. I'm not saying don't try, be careful with the choice of words. Yeah, maybe the words, I'm not trying to judge you, maybe that's not the words, But on the other side, like you say, sometimes you can choose the best words possible, and I create lines here. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe, like, join the community. Ask questions in the comments and feel free to share your story. My one-on-one sessions. In these sessions, you get my undivided attention and energy and an opportunity to ask personal and in-depth questions. I offer one-on-one personal human design readings. These sessions are a direct transmission of my knowledge and hands-on experience with human design. On this call, we take a look at your chart and explain everything along the way. These sessions can change your whole life in a few hours and reprogram old beliefs. You will meet your true self for the first time and get practical tools how to trust, navigate, and make decisions from your intuition. You can get a 2-hour reading, a 1-hour basic reading, or you can take advantage of the discount bundle, buy 4 and pay for 3. I offer one-on-one personal psychotherapy. These sessions are an open and safe container for you to feel seen, heard, and understood. Promoting well-being and a pressure-free living, I can hold space and give advice in many areas of expertise, including shadow work, trauma support, somatic body balancing, the 5 elements in the body, energy work, and an abundance of other modalities. You can book 1-hour sessions or also take advantage of the discount bundle, buy 4 and pay for 3. I offer 3 audio courses: Human Design Basics, Human Design Intermediate, and Elemental Balancing. Human Design Basics is aimed at those who are new and want to get started. It covers the basics about the 4 energy types: the generator, projector, manifester, and the reflector. It goes into the basics of each of the 9 centers and each of the 12 profiles. Perfect for those who want bite-sized information that they can listen to on the go. Human Design Intermediate is aimed at those who have completed the basics or those who already have some general understanding and would like to dive deeper. It has much more detailed knowledge about each of the energy types and specifically their strategy. It explains all of the centers and the nuances between the defined centers and the open ones. It also explains all the different authorities. The Elemental Balancing course teaches you about earth, water, air, fire, and ether. If you're feeling too fiery and angry, too airy, overthinking and nervous, maybe too heavy, depressed and sluggish, or too emotional, this course is for you. Also, if you're feeling you lack passion and fire, you lack inspiration, you lack grounding, or emotional expression, this course is for you. You can download my 3 books for free. They are called Initiation into Human Design, Etheric Drops 1 and 2. Initiation into Human Design is a guidebook that comes with the basics course, and Etheric Drops are collections of thoughts, rhymes, and reminders that I have written across the last few years. If you have the Insight Timer app, you can follow me there and join my live sessions. I do weekly and daily movement classes for stress release. I also do question and answer sessions about human design and holistic healing. Come and join us in the supportive community. No taboos, no judgment, nothing is off limits. Learn, get support, and chill out. All the offers mentioned are available at icreatelines.com. Until next time, peace, health, and abundance.